Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Let's go.
Another run for Wilson on second. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Powers through him a second time. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jeff Wilson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And this is caught. And touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald. 38 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Allen's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Allen now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A final shot before half for Allen. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the 3rd quarter. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out and take pride.
And my goodness, another interception. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They run the toss here to Wilson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On play action, here's Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing on second and long. Allen. That's caught left side by Judy. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Here's Allen to throw it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The NFC's decision to go for it does not pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Goes right back to Smith again.
Touchdown! Steve Smith. 25 yards for the touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
And they're just not going to let up as as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this team has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get...
And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd and 10, Tua. This is Smith with a grab. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Caught on the slant. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd down and goal. Tua. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Allen off the play fake. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. On play action, Allen. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On play action, Allen. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.